I think you're referring here to the UK government. And the UK government, as you can well appreciate, when they came into power last year, they obviously have a list of priorities that they have to focus on. Islamic banking and finance is obviously not at the moment on the top of their priority list for understandable reasons, because the scale of the problems they inherited are rather significant. We have at the moment in Europe certain countries which have had to be bailed out, certain countries which are suffering from excess debt issues. And I think that the UK government has taken a pragmatic approach to first address the issues affecting the UK economy, reinvigorating or revitalizing the economy before turning their attention to Islamic banking and finance. It doesn't, on the other hand, mean to say that they are completely putting Islamic banking and finance on the back burner. I think Islamic banking and finance, London remains the international gateway for Islamic banking and finance transactions. We have up to 5 Islamic banks in London and a retail bank in Birmingham called the Islamic Bank of Britain. We also have a takaful company, which means an Islamic insurance company in London called Principal Insurance. 2 of the Islamic banks, namely BLME and Qatar Islamic Bank, have actually got their mutual funds registered in Luxembourg, which are Sharia compliant funds. And the London remains, from a point of view of service provisioning, which means accounting, auditing, legal, and in terms of listing the sukuk issues, the London Stock Exchange has the largest number of international sukuk issues listed in London. So whilst London, if you like, the government has other priorities, I think they have made tax changes in the UK, and overall I would say the ground rules have been established, and there is a very good, healthy framework for Islamic banking and finance to thrive. The UK government at the moment, its decision not to participate actively, if I may say, is because of its priorities, but it remains committed to promoting Islamic banking and finance. Within Europe, you have 2 other countries, which are France and Luxembourg, who have actually positioned themselves well. Ireland is another place where we have a number of Sharia-compliant mutual funds registered in Ireland. I think the UK government, in terms of its stance on Islamic banking and finance, it is very positively inclined. I think at the moment there is no move towards doing a UK government-led sukuk issue, but I think over time it will come when the UK government is ready. I think the real thing is that, for example, we're having the Olympics in 2012 in the UK, and the financing and the infrastructure, some of it could be actually financed from a sukuk issue. So I think there's a lot happening in the UK, despite the impact as a whole on from the global recession or global financial crisis. But I think the UK has taken very sensible and prudent moves to ensure that they maintain the financial stability of their system, and I think that's a very healthy step. The UK is a home to the Middle Eastern investors within Islamic finance and beyond Islamic finance. If we take, for example, the Qatar Investment Authority, which is a sovereign wealth fund, or we take other sovereign wealth funds out of the Middle East, a number of them have investments in the UK, either in real estate or in financial assets. There may be some of them structured in a Sharia-compliant manner, and some of them may not be in a Sharia-compliant manner. But I think what I'm trying to explain is that the Middle East is very at home to actually doing business. Why? Because the legal framework is very, very clear and certain. That's why English law is used in the contracts which the Middle Eastern financial institutions, when they go cross-border, the reference point is generally the English law. Number 2, the services provided by the London-based community, whether it be investment banking, whether it be accounting and auditing, whether it be legal services, whether it be services to do fund administration, are one of the best. So I think the UK continues to attract, as the international hub, the Middle Eastern financial institutions. Some of them have a presence in London, and others are contemplating making some acquisitions in the UK.